The Emptiness Machine. The first single from the album already has the characteristics of a contemporary classic. With its massive chorus and a slice of aggressive alt metal in the vein of Meteora, this song brilliantly illustrates the recurring theme of From Zero. This is still Linkin Park, but it is not exactly the band you know. A hook-heavy and royally enjoyable album that sonically jumps between just about every chapter of their history up to this point, without ever drowning in cheap nostalgia. This is the case despite all the shock delight, controversy, and ugly conversation that has been reported. Although Emily Armstrong's voice does not closely imitate Chester's approach, it nonetheless has the same levels of power and adaptability that made Chester such a formidable force. This is a perfect fit for the band. Whether she is gently crooning on Over Each Other, which raps blistering synth-pop from the 1980s in arena-ready riffs and clattering percussion, or her throat-scorching 15-second scream on the propelling Heavy as the Crown, she somehow manages to make it all feel really effortless. While this is going on, Mikeshinoda is reverting back to the easy-listening rapping that he earned his name with. However, he is still able to include his vocal skills whenever the situation calls for it. When their voices come into contact with one another, killer harmonies are created, and the chemistry that was essential to the success of this whole thing remains mostly intact. On a lyrical level, From Zero easily fits into the LP sandbox of ambiguous yet catchy hooks that are filled with angst. The fact that Shinoda bemoans the fact that he is stuck on repetitions that are only hypothetical in the midst of Cut. The bridge's bouncing riffs and stalled guitar licks looks like a disgruntled take on Linkin Park's Hiatus, but it is possible that we will never know. It is certain that fans of the heavier, more urgent side of Linkin Park are well represented, whether it be through Casualty's pleasantly surprising burst of buzzy punk rock, or through the pure nu metal rage of Igwai and Two-Faced. The latter band features some vintage Joe Hahn scratches and a furious, pit-ready refrain that says "Stop yelling at me" by means of Imagine Dragons and Sia. The song Overflow is a stadium-sized electro-pop anthem that would not sound out of place on an album by 21 Pilots. Stained is analogous to Imagine Dragons. In any case, it is undeniable that Linkin Park has created not only a heartfelt homage to their own past, but also an album that is truly remarkable and deserving of its place in their canon. The future appears to be on the brighter side.